again, Mark Rivera from Board Games and Bloody and UK Gaming Media Network. With me is Stephen from Coiled Spring Games, and he's got a demo today of a game called Cubulus. So you notice there's no board or anything like that, so this is a bit unusual. So tell us a little bit about Cubulus.
Okay, hello. Cubulus is an abstract game for 2 or 3 players. You've basically got the cube, which is a 3x3x3 cube. There are 9 red balls, 9 white balls and 9 black balls. The idea of the game is to secure 4 balls in a square. That can either be 4 balls in the 4 corners of one side, or 4 balls like that, so at the edges of a cross, or 4 next to each other, anywhere forming a square. So you're trying to form a square.
Right, so you can still have the 4 in the corners?
Yeah, the 4 corners, or 4 there, or 4 all together. Okay? If you're playing the game as a 2-player game, the red balls are neutral. Right. So basically, if we take all the balls out, let's just push them all out so you can see what we've got here.
This is very bendy, in case you can see.
Yeah, watch them all go on the floor any second now. This will be for exciting feed with watching me just remove the balls. So, there we go. Okay, so you've got this flexible cage, which is it's flexible, but it's very well made and robust, so it's not likely to damage after a few plays. Okay, here we go. There we go, nearly there, sorry. Just 2 more. Would have been easier with cubes. There we go. Okay, and this is another game from Gigamic, who make a number of strategic games. So, you've got this cube, and it's very flexible. So if you're playing with 2 players, you simply start by 1 player sticking the 9 red balls randomly in the cube. And as I say, these are neutral. They don't help anybody, they're just part of filling the cube and changing the dynamics of the game. And then 1 player is 1 colour, and the other player is the other. So that's 3, 6, 9 each. Okay? As always with Gigamic, the rules of the game are very straightforward. That's it. You've simply got, that's the rules. Okay? And then there's some diagrams on the back illustrating the 4 corners, the 4 and the 4 there, as you can see. Okay? So, you take it in turns to place a ball. And as I say, you're trying to achieve this. And you can place it in any slot on any side that you wish. But you can only place it into the first slot. You can't push it through.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, I would place a cube. Let's say I placed a ball there. Okay? Now, you would then place another ball. So if you wanted to place one, for example, let's do it live. Okay? And you're always looking, and you've got to keep looking at all the sides, because each time a ball goes in, it changes the dynamic. You can, as well as placing a ball, you can also put it in a space already taken and just simply move the row along, like that. Okay? So that adds another dimension to it. Okay, absolutely. So you've already got 2 at the moment. So if I don't stop you putting 1 there and there, you would have already run 1. Okay. The last thing is that once a row is full, say for example like this, instead of adding a ball to the cube, what you are allowed to do is you're allowed to push the row along 1, like that, and put the ball back in the other end. What you cannot do is put a ball in that ejects another ball that's then discarded. You can only simply,
if you're going to reuse it,
restructure that row and therefore the whole cube, like that. Okay, so that would be my move utilised. So as you go on and you put a ball in, etc., you will spot, you will spot somebody starting to get close to a finish. So for example here, let's say if I'd had 1 in here, you only now need to put 1 in here to secure it. If I simply place a ball in here and go, I've stopped you, on your next go, you're going to just simply, because there is a space still to go, you're simply going to go in there and go, thank you, I've won the game. So that there, as we say, is one of the successes. Okay? And then, as we said before, if I just show you the others because it's easier to see, there's your 4 in a square. And then the other one was having the 4 corners. Okay? So the game is very simple to learn. You know what your 3 ways to win are, but you've got to constantly be moving the cube around to see where your opponent's pieces are, what they could move to secure next go, and how you can try and generate more than one way out.
Right, yeah.
So there's bits of sort of chess element to it that you've got to kind of keep thinking on the move.
Three-dimensional thinking as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The other game is 3 players, and the only difference with 3 players is the third player plays red. So with 2 players you use all the red balls as neutral.
Right.
With 3 players you do this. So it's a fantastically simple, but I think very clever, strategic game.
I noticed it says on the box here it's for ages 8 to 99.
Yeah.
So I guess we can accept those over 99 as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 or 3 games.
2 or 3 players, yeah.
Max, is that your experience?
Yeah, I mean we've played early doors where it's taken us 5 minutes because we hadn't got the gist of it right. We played last night with 3 of us, and I think we ran on for about 25 minutes, and that was hardcore.
Right. So, if someone wants to get the game, pick up the game from you, how would they get in touch with you?
Coiled Spring Games isn't a retailer. We distribute to retailers. So if you go to coiledspring.co.uk on our website, you can find a list of all our internet retailers and all our bricks and mortar high street retailers that we supply.
Okay, great.
If you really want the game, then go into your local one and tell them you want it. And if it's not already on the shelf, they'll be on to us and we'll get it to them as soon as possible.
Fantastic.
It will be available in the UK at the end of June.
What's the price point going to be on?
£17.
£17. Okay,
yeah.
Great. Okay, thanks again, Stephen. That was great.
Okay.
Mark Rivera from UK Gaming Media Network, live from Expo.